Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and I have one more video for the Space Marines here. I should say Blood Angels, because that's what the faction's called in this game. I didn't actually talk about the faction traits at all. So, as you know, as you've been watching through these videos, you get momentum, and then that momentum allows you to get empowered attacks, or you can surge and get extra an action point, and it gives you +1 movement before you surge when you're at full momentum. But the other benefit that momentum has is it depends on your faction trait. And so for the Space Marines, dang it, Blood Angels, their faction trait is the Red Thirst. And so in addition to those things that the momentum can do before you've reached 100, the momentum is still helping you. So I didn't want you to think like you just have to get it to 100% and it wasn't doing anything in between there. Because what it does for every point of momentum, you get a 0.4% critical hit chance per momentum. So even though you haven't got to a full 100% where you're able to use the abilities, as you're making your way up there, your critical hit chance goes up as you're doing this, and every faction has unique traits. The other thing I didn't really go through is I used the command points, but I didn't really kind of describe what that is. So as I'm going through this next one, I'll make sure to show you what each command point can do and give you examples of it in case you were curious, because some of them aren't always real obvious. Alright, so now we're kind of moving on to talk about the command points here. So what they are is you will have to select one unit to be your HQ commander, which is signified by this mark here. And then it'll show it for the enemies, like this guy here, that's the enemy's HQ. So what you do is you get command points that are earned by the Army's HQ command whenever a friendly unit gains momentum, is killed, or completes an objective. And then you've got 3 levels of it. So the first level here is deals as you kind of get a strafing, assault cannon strafe. So it fires 36 times per tile for 4 tiles in a line, dealing 6 to 8 damage per shot with an accuracy of 85 and armor piercing at 2. So this is really good against like basic infantry units that are in your way. What you do is you select it, and then you can kind of come like here and here. Now it does have friendly fire, so you have to be a little bit careful. So in these spots that you see, that circle is where it's going to be strafed. So if I did here, I would not only take out the enemy units, but also fight my Tech Marine and Librarian. So if I come over here, now I can still hit both of those guys. You hit escape to cancel it, and then you just right click. So if I right click here, you can see how that strafe attack happened there, and then that costs 1, so I could technically do 2 of them. The second level ability is the Assault Marine Strike. So it spawns Assault Squad at the target tile. If there's an enemy on the tile, a charge attack will be done. And no matter how many levels this is, it always costs 1 AP, because I was a little confused on how that would work when I first was doing this, but that's how you do it. So then you do this, and then wherever I end up targeting will get an Assault Squad attack. So let's right click here, because I'd say I want to attack the enemy HQ command. He comes in, charge, did that attack, and then they come over here, and then you get to move them again. So then say I wanted to come back here, and then you could use your ability and you can attack them a second time, and then you could end up finishing this off. So this is like an incredibly powerful attack, because you can use this to snipe down an enemy hero, which causes a bunch of issues. And finally, if you have a level 3, you can do this one, the Typhoon Missiles. And this does deal friendly fire, so it does, with the targeted attacks, it does 187 to 250 damage in the center, and then all one space around it, those units get 37 to 50 damage dealt to it. So let's say I was going to target this guy here. Messes them up. It's helpful for you to kind of understand how the command points work, because I was really confused on how this worked for the longest period of time. I thought every time I killed a unit I was getting command points, which is technically correct. It's just the momentum that was allowing me to get it. Now I did try to see if I used the Embrace of Blood and got the momentum that way, if I could kind of cheese things to make the command points go up faster, and that does not happen. Now the part that I think is kind of weird too is if your units are killed you get command points. I think that's kind of I don't know. I wish it was just like momentum, uh, killing units and securing objectives, but it seems weird that you can sit there and farm command points by sacrificing your own units. Say the orcs with their Gretchen, if you kill a bunch of Gretchen, then all of a sudden you can just get a bunch of command points going, and then they can start just messing up your higher tier units by using their abilities. So that's always kind of frustrating. And you do get objectives, or you do get command points by completing objectives. So when you're doing like your strategic command or conqueror, seize and control, those things where you're having objectives and you're getting points, you will get command points for those too. So hopefully that helps you, because I was very confused on how the command point thing worked for a long period of time. I'll make sure to show it for every faction too at the end of the video, after the tutorials for every unit in the faction. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. It encourages me to post more content for you. Have a great day.